Obusiami wabi bia kwa ba edeba eye adepa TV so ensema e trendi wo social media no se ne dane da ye no yetenase na yede hu eye pumasibre ede aba ye ne wo na edi dwumadi no ntie no na se wo comment ebe fa eye Facebook na fa so eye YouTube ede amaye wo like na wo share so ede ka ko YouTube na no subscribe to YouTube channel no ede amaye adoma na da ho no bomodian ne bosso se ne be ya ye videos bia ye radio benye bi na wahwe wo hye so amafoforo so emra so no so mfom comment emfa emra ewo ho no mo abusia Serwaa Broni atrendi ye pa bosumi we mu dem sesa wo Serwaa Broni net so ewo Twitter ne ne yekeka ho abusia nana ya Brefo ne ya kire atro madwen ewo Serwaa Broni issues no eho baye obia ekembi obia kire na dwen wo ye Ghana ni nkwade a wate Serwaa Broni bebi a wo bia wate ni din otwani ye pa na yeba kotie ne eye nana ya Brefo ne ya kire a ekan ye nansa ne be kono na make for eye tap send de amount omusom ye dwumako bia se wo Europe wo Canada wo bebi a wo bia o pese send eye mobile money e de bagana no ane se obefa phone no akwai Google Play Store anase se App Store no download eye app no eye tap send o download you be so promo code no abo Adepa TV e de asha obo Adepa TV e she ho wia wo Europe e be cho €5 wo Canada ana US nso e be cho $10 ntiko so na isu tap send app no fe di ujuma nyina e wo ho e fa ba ye enko video no embrasisia.
He has erectile dysfunction. There's no news about that.
Anymore already ate something. Now to meet national was it is it been in national pony? Well, internet TV show. Catch a man penny. Our sexy president Sebe Nebema Hojo. Where you crossing the pass again? Where you crossing the pass? I mean, yeah. I mean, if there's any abuse of any sort,
this is Angel 102.1.
Era, I'm going to wire. I was I'm going to wire. Now look at penny months now. A brewat now. No one can be a cassa choco, Macassa, Ghana said a Morisapa kind. Ghana President Bienwa says what scandal, my father. Yes, Ghana. One must say Ghana. I be before member to me worry me no me and Sunday. And to be married when news for Ghana, I won't carry. If there was an abuse, as I said, that one I object and your papa. But so be sure your president Marcus and be my hojo. Never mind your human only that is all bad. How dare you? What brought down? Nonsense talk, rubbish nonsense. What says some qua? As a fool,
what the two Jina is one now. Me, I wanted to believe, say, maybe a president, the two Jina, Serwaa Broni. So, when you so wafa a sama besha Marco or Ghana, they say Marco, your friend, Serwaa Broni, and to why we say to say, Oba, you see, I am Guasio. Coffee ayanim guasia ebi mo te ho almost so mete se ho pani baako ti wan wakai e na president akofa Serwaa Broni e na egu nani ma se wafa wo mfa bi da je bo na to bo no e de anie na opposition fo binu manya ho no omo kasa fa ho hwem krasesem Coffee anya ni bie I don't blame them because anya ni bie papa no ba enti wo president wa anya bi papa no ba e say de ne ho nsem anhyeda ma na ye Professor Mills one day, one man said, Massa. Oh, that is what by a president on the Amasa. But Omo can dear. Omo Honsem by Pa, and you did so sad. But when you send will be I be. What buy and one for two. What buy and one to children, what do you share? Semi for some do hotel. What buy and one okay can and no crown coffee your man ebo. If you wire your card. If you home the card and the bro. And to the procron pimple for the buy and then come to me a some president or Yakokra. So what's your problem? On your D and your fe. And your fe.
Mo be sorry na me wo we picture na say wanfa sika bi amame ana bibisa me the pictures be ba bontin ni videos ni na yakeka hu no emra wo krom ha e wo se emra no ene omudi ene Serwaa Broni ne ya wo ye nyina so e wo se emra no eno no edi e wo ho no nti entie ne Abronye DC so e de to so wo ho no ye koba na afia de ne aka no so ato aso e de ama
ho anam se me kom library kakra my year no mabubo projects bisua ile bibetima ya nkrofo mfoaso me wa library na nam say Ekuro mai me mfuturo aba me library me menya books bi akan ya. Ti me nena mo na mani ko ball cyber security art ne so. 2020 at 10:38. Na agro bi aba kurom ha. Eya amanfo de niema yere edi agro. The laws in this country no must work. We cannot spend our time, energy, money, and everything near the passing law now. Ni law no de baby ni mfuturo ni mfotia NAD. Ye pass it ya. As you say, make sure say mran ye adwuma. Nya sa de hu nya se be pass. Nti me hwe ma na me kɔ hwe sessions bi. Sa agro bi abakrom ha. Eno obi sora no wa threatening of akwabna kwache. Na no me no kodi agro no. Wan fa kakra ma. Me no be ye bi pa. Of me de me policy amenam kura me da me biebie me nanom. Opa twa. Me I don't care. Me I don't care those things. Nim biebie me nanom ne me da ho. A enko hu. Because me nim say wo didi me oberen wo be faili. Aye business ya enkrofo binom ye den. Eye okrom ha. No mudi didi. E dey threaten enkrofo. Wan yem say ya, me yo say. No mu huna enkrofo.
Chama me yes pe o kan enkrofo bi a omane enkrofo wo bedroom a. No
mo threaten.
Na wa
how amount text message. Me no call ye no. Me tell di u ayi me di u ntetwa u photo. Skana de ma me ni swa. Nti wan fa bia me kan ho a ne ebebesi there is a law. And I say my law no ye adwuma. Me dia me meti ha dia me biebie me nan because me say law no ntuntinya me hu. But ade bia omodidi nkrofo bia ba na binum fi say omanya issue omo kan. But ye hu the criminal aspect and implication ye den ewom. So far cyber security act ye kitamia at 10:38 2020 sexual extortion section 66 you know. Or say a person shall not threaten to distribute by post, email, text, or transmit by electronic means or otherwise a private image or moving images of the other person engaged in sexually explicit conduct with the specific intent to harass, threaten, coerce, intimidate, or exert in any undue influence on the person, especially to extort money or other consideration, or to compel the victim to engage in unwanted sexual activity, or actually extort money or other consideration, or compel the victim to engage in unwanted sexual activity. A person shall not threaten to distribute by post, email, text, or transmit by electronic means or otherwise an image of a child engaged in sexually explicit by me can cross 3 no section 3 subsection 3 no or say for the purposes of subsection 1 and 2 an image may include a depiction in a way that the genital or anal region of another person is bare or covered only by underwear or the breast below the top of the areola that is either uncovered or clearly visible through clothing. A person who contravenes subsection 1 and 2 commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a term of imprisonment of not less than 10 years and not more than 25 years. Yes.
Enti.
Me we over. Me sana to anso. Enti me yemfa huna me da wo ye saati ku huna ma mechi watum. Me kwa me de huna me a mechi watum. Bo me yemfa sa ne ma no hwa. Section 67. Makan 66 in a makan no. 67. Or see non-consensual sharing of images. Oba share me image ya. As I said, oje me consent. Nti hona me beken. Section 67 of the Cyber Security Act. 1038. Or say a person shall not, with intent to cause serious emotional distress, intentionally distribute or intentionally cause another person to distribute the image. Image no madi cannot define was wrong. Say, uno binam ne underwear nkwa say below the breast near ye. Intentionally distribute the image or prohibited visual recording of another person. Identifiable person without the consent of the person depicted in the image and in respect of which there was a reasonable expectation of privacy both at the time of the creation of the image or visual recording and at the time the offense was committed. A person who contravenes subsection 1 commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a term of imprisonment of not less than 1 year and not more than 3 years. For the purposes of this session, serious emotional distress includes any intentional conduct that results in mental reaction such as fright, nervousness, grief, anxiety, worry, mortification, shock, humiliation, and indignity, as well as physical pain. And a 68, or say threat to distribute prohibited image or visual recordings. A person shall not threaten another person to distribute a prohibited image, intimate image, or visual recording of that person in a way that will cause that other person distress reasonably, arising in all the circumstances, and the threat is made in a way that will cause that other person fear. Reasonably arising in all the circumstances of the threat being carried out. A person who contravenes subsection 1 commit an offense and is liable on summary conviction of a term of not less than 1 year and not more than 3 years. Threatening kwa keke no.
Odi ehunahuna no.
Odi ehunahuna no say threatening keke. Say me no wadi nkomo, me no wudi nkomo no wa record me ana me image bi. Uso wa nye say ameyo say threatening kwa keke no.
And I'll publish it without.
Oh, publish it without me concern.
Yeah.
Ubetimako at before the 25 years. So them.
And Addos.
Sefa inchansen papa ya de bodan so paadia enwane adabo roofings and rusty resist heat and afe enfedi so ni color bond material or de bodan so nti omo 25-year guarantee a ema warishemu sa wo pe adabo roofings ewo enkrane ne mpatamu afo ni kire of ankobaria mo amwo kumase ene ne mpatamu nso momfo ni kire ehwa overseas junction adabo roofings mo ye samenhia ewo dan boso ampa fre 0248 944 710 esa your WhatsApp number Fred Adabof nani wo mu ni edwa
abusia Abronye ICC emrana e wo Ghana ha na wakin kind bebre e de amaye e wo ho no no so wo hwe ye ya wo live e wo Facebook afen so YouTube and when I saw the comment e beba e wo ho Anointed Son Emmanuel was say good evening, I'm watching you live from Kaswa Get Up Ministry Church afen so I say more fire Nathaniel, I'm watching you live from Chuvupra so afen so Mira was so hwe ye free Dubai and the comment ni de bebre kwa ebi mo so edidi Nana Addos matem ebusua bomode na fa comment no efa bra obi ka asem bi o se nti sa emra we nyina wo ho na papa no mre no yamfa ma na eduru Serwaa Broni de so no ye de eba ebusua kwa ba bibia boko de ajo
man nyame adum bia boko pa ya
Serwaa Broni asem we nim sa apa akoda Nana Addos aba be kike bi o se enye onu kwa na se bi ya fa no nti onye din
okay asema Nana Addos kan no me ne ya agbe dedi kan Ghana ha no mo mi bisa se news se ebinsi da se oba wodru ne mpanin fie so ene obi ada news ana enye news good and obi o president they say asem ye dey wo no now the issue meka se abetodwa amanyafo asom obi a hwe na basa ene sere ada saade we no wo se nyina ye kabom na ye condemn saade ne se de be na ochina se obi ana se oba bi sori eba ebe kansem hunu biara ye nso no so se eye no kure se ampa won nada time ebia won na se no kuro ebi kwa na obi elink na manana no adno nka se ompe no
adena Serwaa Broni ni nka se
adno nka se ompe no
ebi obotai bi nti o
good and the same botai bu tirim na se o de botai na ko na botai na mfa ma wa so o ha won say ade bia no eye loto ade boni bia oni pa o ye bia eye loto ida say loto no obedi ida say ye bedi wu edi say wo ko na ho ko di ma me no wa kom no ko tena ba bi so I say it's Nana Addos chabo eye Serwaa Broni a me support Nana Addos so that's it Nana Addos chabo eye Serwaa Broni e what the kind of issues no say no musikan no kwa me no omo kan low because sabi ye wo ma we eno ma wose ya dwe no ho netimi bua oman no Kevin Taylor mo sele wo so ye bua oman na mo man na koso we Serwaa Broni interview na e bua no e adwana be you to be ana
na wanya so Ghana for mo pe Serwaa Broni anu mu nsem atie ni pictures o dey be
good
nti I saw your interview no obisa no
good ana e ba ensem chiro for side dia metie because ensem chiro for the can say odikowa and satam ensem bia no ye boso be se de bia ye se bre ye sa daje ana Serwaa Broni o ana Serwaa Broni o ana Serwaa Broni no that Serwaa Broni issue no em ge ni Ghana hwe Serwaa Broni issue no emfa bibepam na Ghana Serwaa Broni issue no se MPP be lusu enye Serwaa Broni issue na MPP lusu
nti we na ba mu ne de nkofo dwen se
it is sometimes oh ye fanya amanyosem ye fanya amanyosem ye fangu MPP ani mase ye fangu adi se no ye fangu party bi ani mase so de be na e ye be no ye vote we kumja channel ka we say brokors sometimes enoma bi ho anoma ye nwili enoma betimi aboa oman no so I said se oyakoda ana onu ne mpani fie so ana yes oh sabio asem onya no kure nana ene ababa wo ba kweda ababa wo no of course for so no ene mpokra mpikra odu ne mpani fie so nemo ode wo hyebi ana tu oba ne so ana ono ne ye ya ene de eye news o se dem ye kan
banana ya mo nsem a montia ensem a montia ase ne se otumika se nipa no ne one ne da ho a otse oba
the Serwaa Broni no one. The Serwaa Broni no one. Also or Brefo. 2. Na adwene nye. 3. Onye collect. 4. Onye obi a sabi o kura honhompa e won life because oba no bi a we
Serwaa Broni
obi a we lesbian. Obi a we lesbian there. Adwene papa be na woni tirim. Honhompa papa na woni tirim.
No bi a lesbian po e dem ko di be mechi.
Go, and I'm just say ti o. Oye any Brefo so ade Serwaa Broni kwa na kwa na ode ade ne kwa ye o wode bibi ne kwa ye say obenya bibi pa bi obenya de bi asom bi obenya ade bi asom bi ana kwa na de ne page ana ne sanka enti ade o ye bia o ene me sanka de a ene kufrade sometimes sebe